There was once a humble lampmaker named Samuel who lived in a quiet countryside village. Every evening, Samuel would walk along a narrow path that connected his village to a nearby town. The road was long, lonely, and surrounded by fields and wild grass. To light his way, Samuel carried two lanterns hanging from a wooden pole across his shoulders. One lantern was beautifully crafted. Its glass was crystal clear. Its flame burned perfectly. Not a single ray of light escaped in the wrong direction. The second lantern was different. A small crack ran across one side of its glass. Because of that crack, part of its light leaked out and scattered along the roadside. Instead of shining straight ahead, the perfect lantern was proud of itself. Every night, it admired its flawless reflection. And every night, it secretly looked down on the cracked lantern. One evening, as they traveled down the dark road, the perfect lantern finally spoke. "Look at you," it said. "You can't even do your job properly. Half your light escapes through that crack. You're damaged. You're defective." The cracked lantern remained silent. But inside, the words hurt. Night after night, the same thing happened. The perfect lantern boasted about its brightness. The cracked lantern listened quietly. Slowly, it began believing those harsh words. Maybe I am broken. Maybe I'm useless. Maybe I don't deserve to be carried anymore. Months passed. One cold autumn evening, the cracked lantern could no longer hide its sadness. As Samuel walked beneath the stars, the lantern finally spoke. "Master." Samuel looked down. "Yes, my friend?" The lantern's voice trembled. "I'm sorry." Samuel frowned gently. "Sorry for what?" "For disappointing you. For being damaged. For wasting your light. Every night I failed to shine the way I should. You work hard to make lanterns. You take care of me. And yet, I can never be perfect. I think you'd be better off without me." Samuel smiled softly. The kind of smile that instantly makes you feel safe. "My dear lantern," he said. "Tomorrow night, pay close attention to the road. Then you'll understand something important." The cracked lantern didn't know what he meant, but it trusted him. The following evening, Samuel carried both lanterns along the same path. As they walked, he said, "Look carefully beside the road." The cracked lantern glanced down and suddenly froze in surprise. Hundreds of tiny wildflowers lined one side of the path. White flowers, yellow flowers, purple flowers. They stretched as far as the eye could see. Their petals glowed softly in the lantern light. The cracked lantern stared in amazement. "I've never noticed them before. They're beautiful." The following evening, Samuel carried both lanterns along the same path. As they walked, he said, "Look carefully beside the road." The cracked lantern glanced down and suddenly froze in surprise. Hundreds of tiny wildflowers lined one side of the path. White flowers, yellow flowers, purple flowers. They stretched as far as the eye could see. Their petals glowed softly in the lantern light. The cracked lantern stared in amazement. "I've never noticed them before. They're beautiful." Meanwhile, the other side of the road remained mostly empty. Just grass and dirt. When they reached home, the cracked lantern spoke again. "The flowers were beautiful, but I still don't understand." Samuel set both lanterns down and smiled. "Tell me something. On which side of the road did the flowers grow?" The lantern thought for a moment. "On my side." "Exactly." Samuel nodded. "Because I knew about your crack from the very beginning." The lantern blinked in confusion. "You did?" "Of course." Samuel chuckled. "I've always known. Years ago, I scattered wildflower seeds along your side of the road. The cracked lantern fell silent. Every evening, Samuel continued, your escaping light shined on those seeds. That extra light helped them grow. It helped travelers see their beauty. It helped butterflies find them. It helped turn an ordinary road into something special. The lantern couldn't believe what it was hearing. All this time, the thing it hated most about itself had been helping create beauty. Then something unexpected happened. The perfect lantern spoke. Its voice sounded different now. Quieter. Softer. Ashamed. I owe you an apology. The cracked lantern looked toward it. For what? For judging you. I thought being perfect made me better. I only saw your crack. I never saw what your crack was accomplishing. The perfect lantern lowered its flame. I was so busy admiring myself that I missed the beauty you were creating. The cracked lantern smiled. I forgive you. Samuel looked at them both and shared one final lesson. Life isn't about being perfect. It's about being useful. It's about making a difference. Some people shine brightly. Others shine differently. But everyone has something valuable to offer. He pointed toward the perfect lantern. You help guide my way through the darkness. Then he pointed toward the cracked lantern. And you help create beauty where people least expect it. Both of you matter. Both of you are needed. Both of you make the world better.